puffin'. Baby, I'm giving you nothing. The streets I be ripping and running. Yeah, I'm richer than rich. Yeah, it's me and my bitch. Riding down Broad Street and shit. Collect some money and we eat real quick. Yeah, I'm fresh and I'm neat. Unique technique, I cannot be beat. Zipping through lanes like an alien. Yeah, from Florida I travel to Maryland. Working the road, meeting my goal. I'm up and nobody knows.
Second up, they know I'm coming. They let her wear drip, yeah, I'm styling. Styling on me, it's me that they want. Bang on me, but she ain't getting nothing. She second up, yeah, I'm coming. They let her wear drip, I'm styling. Styling on me, it's me that she want. Bang on me, but she ain't getting nothing.
We back. Like we never left. Yeah, it's your girl Chougie. The Chougie Podcast. It's your boy, friend Daddy. And we in the building. And we got a special guest with us today. You know, first of all, I just want to thank y'all that's tuning in because I love y'all. It would be no us without y'all. Stay tuning in and spread the word. You know, we trying to spread the word and wake everybody up. If I can wake at least 15 people up a show,
okay,
we winning.
I feel you.
15 a show. I'm not asking for much. So you know, if I wake y'all up, if I set your alarm off snooze on any of these shows, I'm gonna need you to go on ahead, hit my DM up, star STARR of all trades. Okay, on Instagram or Star Newton on Facebook. I need y'all to send me a reply. Just send me some eyeballs. Let me know you're woke. You know,
some woke balls.
Yeah, cause you know.
On duty, not on duty. Nothing fruity.
Woo.
Yeah.
See, friend.
You say it. That's the line.
Listen. Where's Raheem at? Because that's some shit Raheem would normally do. You know what I'm saying?
No, I was looking at your eyeballs and it made me say that.
So my eyeballs made you think about balls?
No, woke balls. Like eyeballs, but they woke. Like,
listen, this is a slippery slope. Let me help him. Let me help this kid.
Yeah, go ahead. Your turn. It's on you.
So yeah, anyway, send me your response. Let me know that we getting through to y'all. I will be bringing receipts and facts. Shit that you can research yourself. That's the key word. Research. Do it for yourself. It's free, you know. Just research and see what's going on in your world today. But friend Daddy, what do you got to say to the people? They missed you. It's been a week.
They missed me.
I think so.
Self-knowledge is the best knowledge, but you still should test knowledge.
He always got... Listen, every time you talk to friend, you leave like... You feel dumb. I ain't gonna lie.
I want you to feel inspired and great.
Yeah, but you gotta break it down in layman's terms sometimes, brother. You know, some people, you gotta remember, our people is high as shit. They done sent all the good drugs down here for us.
I thought it should make you think, like, in a psych, no, because drugs is like this. It puts you in a state where you at. So if you're in a motivated state, it may make you more motivated. Depends on the person. It may give one a lack of motivation.
Okay.
And it depends on what you're doing. It will motivate or stimulate certain things and decrease in certain areas. So it's like a give or take. I mean, I got kind of weird feelings about drugs because I've been like inspired by crackheads in a good way, with like a non-disrespectful way.
I'm just saying the moral of their story was to get the good drugs here to take us off our square. You know, that's the point that I'm making right now. So all I'm saying is
but it puts some people on a square ironically. That's all I'm saying.
Because we black and we resourceful. We got melanin. We ain't black. We melanated.
Melanin beans.
We melanated. I'm sorry, bro. And so we got Terry Eyes in the building. This is a king who got a hell of a movement. Y'all, please go follow him. Give him your IG info, Terry.
IG, you can follow me at Mr. Terry Eyes, MrTearyEyez on Instagram. Had some tissues with you and get ready to shed a couple tears.
All right, so yeah, your movement is like doing something that men are afraid to do.
Men are afraid to do publicly.
Yes.
Something that men are afraid to do publicly.
So you making that cool, which I find so decent because, you know, anything positive and you can make it seem cool.
Right.
I bang with it. So go ahead, tell them more.
So with Terry Eyes, if anybody is familiar with Terry Eyes or the Terry Eye brand, which was I had locations in Philadelphia Mills, formerly known as Franklin Mills, Cherry Hill Mall, New York, Staten Island, Newport News, Virginia, Georgia. I did a little business in Baltimore. So people are kind of familiar with teary eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm spreading the same message I was spreading through T-shirts, through media now. So people was really kind of like understanding what I was doing or what I was trying to say through the apparel.
Right.
You know, and you know, me seeing the world through an eye that's behind a tear. You know, I always see the world through an eye that's behind a tear. Like when you come outside and you see the birds and you hear, you know, that I see something and hear something different. You know what I mean? I hear that my baby got shot.
Right.
You know, these is the things that I hear, and I believe that if we would take the time to stop to respond to these tears, that you know we could help solve the problems of the world. You know, and that's just my message. That's what I bring to the world. That's what I want to leave in this world. And through media and apparel, I spread that message, and you know that's what I do.
That's awesome. So tell me, what do you think is one of the most problematic?
Problematic.
Yeah. Listen. I ain't never. I'm gonna let y'all know right.
Chougie area. No, you coming from the Chougie area.
I keep it all the way up in. I ain't one of those.
Yeah.
This and that. No,
Yeah.
I be fucking up sometimes. But so
You
what?
make it
Y'all
make
gonna get the
sense.
picture.
We know
okay?
what you mean.
Right. So anyway, you know what is one of the most problematic areas that we have with this world today? Because you said we could fix the world.
You know, one of the unspoken problems that we have in the world is us as men not teaching our daughters and our women or being better examples for them. Because I see that a lot of times women meet men, they become their boyfriends or whatever, and they go to work and leave these kids with their new boyfriends or whatever like that, and they watch these kids, and a lot of times these kids be abused, and oftentimes they end up dead.
That's so
and
crazy.
This is something that nobody knows speak on. Like, you don't have nobody watching your kids. You know, that's something you you got to be very careful with.
You know, that's one of the things. That's one of the things right now that's going on, and it's so crazy that that's the problem that you selected, because that's actually what the problem is.
Right.
They are doing crazy things to these babies. You know. And it's
from all races, and it ain't just happening in the black community. Is if you go to my page, you're gonna see it's happening all over. It's not just us. It's a problem.
The elite.
Yeah.
They actually have tried to make it cool, just like you make it cool to be able to express your feelings. They making it cool to be able to abuse these babies. It's bananas what they doing to these babies, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, y'all gonna see shit is coming out. You know, it's a lot of people that don't believe the Pizzagate is real. There's a lot of people that don't think that, these people that we had so much respect for when they were elected in office, and we just had so much respect for them because they looked to be melanated like we were. But we didn't take in consideration that this motherfucker was not good. We've been lied to. So anyway, I won't go there because I don't want to keep bringing their names up because I'm not going to keep giving them my energy. However,
and nothing new under the sun, man, and nothing old under the moon. It's all the same game. That's all. So it's no need to acknowledge people like they came up with it.
Right.
It's just their time to play their part.
So the children really need our help, y'all. They really, really need our help. Y'all got to pay attention. Y'all got to stay woke. You will be finding out some shit that's going to knock your socks off. Trust me, if you don't know already. Just keep lifting up the little ones. Keep, sending them positive vibes up to the little ones. And this will never happen again. We will never have this type of shenanigans, going on again. We're about to get rid of all that, y'all. But, Terry, back to you. This gentleman in the corner, what's his name?
This is Firefighter Toddy right here. You can come on over here. Some Firefighter Toddy right here.
You're a firefighter?
Almost.
I gave him that name. I gave him that name, Firefighter Toddy, because of his story.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you tell them a little bit more about your story, because you could brief them up better than I can a little bit.
All right. My name Toddy or whatever. I'm from Frankfurt section of the Philadelphia city.
Hey, Frankfurt.
I was 14 years old. My house was firebombed. Like, we was getting bullied by, like, a real big guy in the neighborhood. Like, he had a name. But you know, we ain't go out like that. So it was a situation that went crazy. Somebody got hurt, and somebody got hurt. So it was a bad situation, and they ended up firebombing my house. And I went through some real trauma, like real PTSD, real anxiety, real depression from getting burnt.
Oh, wow.
With over 20% of my body, should I say. Like my hands, my neck, my arms. Like, it's like real vivid and wicked. And it's like the things that I went through, I just don't want nobody else to go through, especially nobody that my age. I was 14 when that happened.
Right.
I wasn't I was playing a grown man game, but I still wasn't grown. So it's like, when I think about it now, hindsight better than foresight. And it's just like, I don't wish that for nobody, not even them. Not even the person that set my house on fire. I don't wish that on them. Because it's just a situation is like, when you go through something, you really learn the situation, you really, like, you see the whole situation for everything. Like, not just the bad that it got to do with you, but just the benefits that got to do with somebody and what somebody you don't want somebody else to go through, should I say.
Right.
And it was the bad situation, real bad.
It's just basically learning the lesson.
Yes.
Knowing that the lesson was learned and it wasn't in vain. Everything that you go through is a purpose, for your next purpose. You know what I'm saying? So it's always going to be, it's people like you that, give your testimony there to give everybody strength and power, because that's a lot. PTSD after something like that, shit, I couldn't imagine, okay? I don't know if I'll be still sitting here telling the story at this, how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'll be 33 in September.
Right.
But, like, just I was going to go into, like, I was 14 when I got burnt. I ain't never talked, like, seeing as though you're a female. Right. I ain't never talked to a new female that didn't know me before my burn, so I was 18 years old.
Oh, wow.
So we talking about 4 years of just me being by myself, isolated from my family. Like, your family gonna give you some wisdom or whatever, but you don't get that from a companion, for somebody else. So it's just like I was literally locked in my own brain for 4 years,
right,
on the streets. So it's just like, this is why I'm trying to push this narrative. Like, I don't want nobody to go through that, because it's like people get burnt every single day. It's a house fire every day. So it's like that's something that's going on, and we just trying to change it.
So what do you want to do to change it?
I want to talk to them. I want to bring house fire awareness, prevention. We want to bring these programs. I want to get these smoke detectors and carbon monoxide readers back in the house that the city been paying for, but they stopped. Like, it's a lot of things that I'm trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
For as though this narrative, because it's like, just what? Like 2 weeks ago, 2 kids just died in North Philly in a house fire.
Yeah,
so what steps did you take, to get over your PSD, and like, what exercises that you did that had to, help you find your confidence back and find your value back to society?
That's a great question. It's like, to be honest with you, bro, I just did it this year. I signed up for welding at PTTI. It's a trade school at 19th and Girard.
Okay.
And
that's what's up.
I put myself under the pressure as far as though getting burnt all over again. I don't know if you know about welding. Like, I'm dealing with sparks, I'm dealing with gases.
Right. I was about to say, that's a hell of a career choice after that.
But I just had to break my PTSD that way.
Right.
Because I couldn't light a grill, I couldn't start the stove, nothing without tripping out. So it's just like, that's something that I had to challenge myself with. Yeah. And I succeeded. Like, and I graduated. I got all certificates in every process and all that. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. And it's just like, that's where we at with it, like, especially with me and Twine, like, we real childhood friends or whatever, and it's like, this is something that I feel like that's going, like, he been pushing this for years. I just been stalling it out, like, no, I don't want to do it.
Right.
But it's just like, this year is just
it's
like,
a time for everything.
Yeah, no doubt.
2020 vision, So, it's time to see everything into fruition. We don't got time. You got to think, these motherfuckers that's trying to kill us, because that's what's happening right now. Just in case y'all acting like y'all don't know, we are currently in a fucking microwave. All right.
So
I can damn sure prove it, but that'll be another show. But yeah. So you got another question? Friend don't want me to go there. He be like,
no, it's cool. You gonna go there, but I'm just
go ahead, because I can't. You got me. Yeah, you're holding the sister tight. I need to get going. Go ahead, ask the brother.
I see you fucked me up with all that.
You said I'm sorry. You said you had to ask him another question.
Yeah.
Probably about the welding or something.
No, it wasn't about the weather. We get back to that, Jake.
It was but that's how I came up with the name Firefighter Toddy for him.
Ah, okay.
Because I actually we went back to the fire station that rescued him.
Yes.
And we had bought them balloons and said thank you.
Oh, sure.
And I just asked them, I said, hey, can you be a felon and be a firefighter? They said, yeah, you can be a felon and be. I said, I ain't know that.
He said that fast.
He said, man, if they tell you otherwise, they're lying to you. He said you could
He
be
pointed guys
could
out.
be a firefighter and have a felon. This is what he told me. You could be a firefighter and have a felon. So with that said, his mission was like, oh, I could be a firefighter. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I said, be as though you was caught in the fire. Like,
That's
you know
so
what I'm
deep,
saying? And this is like every tear has a story. Like, that's his story. Like, this is how he overcame what he went through. And the end goal is going to be like a real firefighter. Like, that's what we want to push, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be first responders, whatever, you know what I mean? If it, like, even if he get a freaking fire extinguisher and ride around, you know what I mean? Like, be a little superhero. Like, that's what we going to start him with.
No,
you know what I mean?
If I can say this real quick, what touched me the most with that meeting at the fire department is that they asked me and asked him too as well to come to these schools with them during these fire drills to address these kids because they lollygag and they not paying attention.
Right.
They're not taking fire awareness and fire prevention serious.
Yeah.
And it's like once they see me first or somebody that went through it, especially from the kids in my neighborhood, the schools that's in my neighborhood, like, they understand it better, and I seen a passion on their face, should I say, more than anything.
Right.
Like, I'm like, damn, these boys really, they still care. It's been 17 years since I got burnt, and they still care even now.
Right.
So that's why I gotta push it 100%.
I mean, people respect it more when it's coming from a genuine place. You don't gotta push. You don't gotta struggle when when it's real. People gonna feel it.
Yeah, I'm talking about first though, like make sure this thing is not forgotten.
No, I'm just saying that's why people respect you. You was like,
Yeah, no doubt. I understand what you're saying.
They'll receive it from you more than they would a teacher at school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember my question. So do you feel the necessity for like a peer group for people that have been through the same thing as you, as far as if you might feel like you had no support, maybe you feel like people don't know what you've been through, so it's like they like, oh, you're gonna be all right, but you might be like, man, the fuck you talking about? I ain't gonna be all right.
No, to be real with you,
like,
not to cut you off, but to be honest with you, trying my only support system, but like he the only person that really wanted to talk to me and ask me about that.
Right.
17 years, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, not even family. They just let me deal with that on my own. So that's why it's like I felt like.
So you feel it's important to have that.
Yeah,
right?
we got to. That's one of my narratives.
But and like also that could be like a touchy topic for a lot of people to try to touch up on. Like it's not that some people could take it different. Like and this is with the whole teary-eye thing is to raise awareness of these tears. Like a lot of people go through these things and they don't know how to approach somebody without touching the nerve or a person, because sometimes you probably think like, well, maybe they don't want to relive that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe, if you bring it up, they don't know how a person will react. You know what I mean? So like, this goes on all the time, whether it be domestic violence. Like I know everybody knows somebody that survived a crazy relationship at some point in time where somebody may die from that. If you see somebody happen and pushed on through life, it's kind of hard to just cut into them and say, yo, so how you make out when that time? You like, oh, you know what I mean? It becomes uncomfortable, or like somebody could black out on you. Like, man, I don't want to talk about that. Like, why would you bring that up? I'm living my life. Why would you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I provide a platform to where as though, we can we could talk about these things, not just talk about it. Like, let's take action on it. Let's have speech and action, not just talk about it. You know what I mean?
Right, that's right.
Because like I say, if we respond to the tears of the people, we can help solve the problems of the world.
That's the thing. It's like we sweep the problems under the rug because they don't want to deal with the problems, but it's the only way. We got to deal with the problems, and instead of everybody like, I don't want to hear it, I just want things to go back to normal. Right,
they try to block it out.
Yeah, but we got to talk about what's going on.
Address that,
I mean, I guess it's just the anxiety of everything. You know what I mean? People have a problem with the unknown, things they not sure of, so they don't know how to change it. But I mean, we just gotta deal with the problems at hand, you guys. We gotta deal with the shit that's being handed to us right now, okay? And we got gentlemen like Teary Eyes and
Toddy.
Fireman Toddy.
Fireman.
Is it Fireman Toddy?
It don't matter. It's
Alright.
firefighter Toddy.
See, you gotta get a
Yeah,
deadline
that's
for him.
all that. Yeah,
It's the same curriculum. We
You
good.
know, that's his. You know what I mean? Like putting, like even like I told him, like yo, we gotta, you know, at the same time have fun with it. Like you
Yeah.
know, had little skits, like start a fire, come out of
Yeah.
nowhere, put it out. Like you know what I mean? Talk about fire prevention.
relief.
You know what I mean? You know,
That's
because it's just nobody want to be like just sad all the time.
That's right.
Like you know, and like one thing I noticed is that like we deal, like everybody deal with their tears different. Like sometimes like we forget why we sing, why we rap, why we dance. We do all that to deal with our tears.
That's right.
Like if you listen to some of the success stories in the world, they have a story. They shed some tears. They got some tears. And sometimes basketball or football is a way people take that energy, you know what I mean, and they deal with what they going through at home or in their life.
Right.
And they drive and strive for that. But we get so caught up in dealing with our tears that we never actually deal with our tears.
Yeah, you don't know where to, you don't know where to push that energy, and you know you take that pain and you push it into something positive, and it'll make diamonds. You know, but people don't know that. They don't know. We don't know our power. That's what it is. But you know, I'm happy to see that you guys are well on
Power
track.
crying. All you gotta do is cry.
Just let it go.
Yeah,
Since the last couple of days, though, I seen the little gravity that we got, though. As far as from going on live on social media and people really tuning in and talking to me and asking me questions now, like, they don't want that for their kids. They don't want that for themselves.
That's right.
And it's like, that's the whole narrative. It's like, yo, prevent this. Be aware of this. You know what I mean? Like, right now on COVID-19 that's going on, fire has been up 34%. Fire deaths been up 54%. And fire injuries been up 64%. If we want to talk numbers.
Yeah, that's right. You better go on here to know them numbers.
So it's just like, it's something for us to
Fireman
think about.
Toddy.
No, it's just something for us to think about and really talk about, because this is serious. Like, you know, you might be coming home and, you know, if I don't know if you got kids or he got kids, but, you know.
Yeah, I got 3 sons and a grandson.
All right, so if they're at the age where they can microwave stuff, they might put a fork in the microwave by accident.
Yeah.
And it's a done. I got an aunt that passed from that. So it's just like, it's something to think about, and it's something that, you know, we always put it in the back of our mind because we want, that ain't gonna happen to me. That's not gonna happen. But when it happens, you be salty.
Right.
So it's something just to really think about, and that's why we pushing it.
It's called staying ready so you don't gotta get ready.
Exactly.
So I
Can't nobody say that better than that. Can't nobody say that better than
Be
that.
prepared.
Yeah. So this has been really good. How much time do we have left? What we working with? Cause we be going straight through. We don't get.
Teary eyes.
Oh yeah, Terry. Give me your social media, everything one more time.
Oh, we got 6 minutes.
Mr. Teary Eyes, we got 6 minutes. Yeah. I mean, you know, you could follow me at Mr. Teary Eyes on Instagram. You could type firefighter underscore Toddy. Firefighter underscore Toddy. TODDY Toddy. Follow that if y'all want to, you know, just keep up with the fire prevention. And his story is coming out real soon. You could be able to go to tearyeyes.com and just download his story. That way you could actually, like, he actually go into details about what happened to him on that day. You know, you could actually, like, you know, like, take the time out while you riding to work or riding where you got to go. Just listen to somebody's tears. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he bring up a lot of stuff that happened to him mentally.
The hospital journey.
Like, people think, like,
Not
when
just
something
the
happened to
violence,
some person, the one person, it affects everybody around you, or everybody that loved you. Everybody go through that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And he just give his testimony. You know what I mean? And you could like hear his story. So please follow us, y'all. If you haven't, at Mr. Teary Eyes. Check out tearyeyes.com or go to firefighter underscore Toddy. And we definitely have more stories, and we got a whole lot more to come.
Y'all heard it here, right here on Chougie Podcast. What's your girl, Queen B Chougie, and your king.
Friend Daddy is Pig, lowercase G.
Hey, we in the building. We out there.